With the current running back market in the NFL basically in hell, with star running backs Tony Pollard, Saquon Barkley, and Josh Jacobs here not reaching long-term deals and forced to play under the tag if they so desire to play, and other running backs like Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott, who as of this moment, find themselves without a team to play for. It seems safe to say that NFL rushing records like Adrian Peterson's 296 in 2007 and Emmitt Smith's all-time rushing records in attempts, touchdowns, and of course yards, with the dwindling running back market, all these said records don't seem that they're going to be broken anytime soon. But what if I told you there's another rushing record out there that not only has withstood the test of time, but in today's day and age of a pass-happy league, it may be a record that might not be broken for another 20 plus years. Long before the Giants and the Colts embarked on their epic battle in 1958 for the NFL Championship, which was dubbed the greatest game ever played, the Giants and the Colts were on two totally different ends of the spectrum. The New York Giants in 1950 were embarking on a tense defensive battle with the newly transferred Cleveland Browns, who transferred to the NFL from the AAFC after their unfolding in 1949. Meanwhile, the Baltimore Colts, who also transferred to the NFL from the AAFC after their folding, and despite having future Hall of Fame quarterback Y.A. Tittle, the Colts were a dismal 1-8 going into their Week 10 meeting against the Giants. Strangely enough, considering their records, it was the Baltimore Colts who got off to the hot start, getting a first quarter touchdown from Joel Williams and two Y.A. Tittle touchdowns in the second, gave the Colts a 20-0 lead. And this is where the Giants started to kick on the burners. The Giants got their epic running day going here when Eddie Price got a 1-yard touchdown run just before halftime. In the third quarter, one of the few times the Giants actually threw the ball, quarterback Travis Tidwell did find Bob McChesney for a 5-yard touchdown to make it 20-14. And Tidwell would find McChesney soon again after for 24 yards out to give the Giants a 21-20 lead. And the Giants' running attack would go into overdrive from there. Travis Tidwell would cap up the third quarter scoring with a 1-yard touchdown run to give a 28-20 lead to the Giants. The next score came from future legendary coach at Amherst College, Jim Ostendarp, who scored one of his only 2 career touchdowns here in the fourth quarter to give the Giants a 35-20 lead. Eddie Price found the end zone again from 11 yards out shortly after. With no extra point, the score now was 41-20. Like Ostendarp before him, Randy Clay would get one of his only 2 career touchdowns in the NFL here in the fourth quarter to give the Giants a 48-20 lead. And finally, just like Ostendarp and Clay did before him, Bob Jackson only had 2 career touchdowns in the NFL, and one of them came here in the fourth quarter of this game, capping up the scoring 55-20 in favor of the Giants. Although 2 of their scores came through the air, the Giants only passed the ball 11 times, completed 6 for 55 yards, and did throw 3 interceptions. But the story of this game was the Giants' running attack. Between 7 men, they rushed the ball a total of 56 times, scored 6 touchdowns, and recorded a single-game rushing record by a team in 423 yards. A record that still stands to this day. Also, the Giants made history on this day, becoming the only team, to my knowledge, that had fallen behind by 20 points or more to come back and not only win, but win by 30-plus points. The Giants in 1950 would win their last 3 regular season games afterwards and force a playoff game against Otto Graham and the Cleveland Browns, where they would fall short by a bizarre score of 8-3. The Colts in 1950 would only go 1-11, and due to financial struggles, would fold in 1950. However, expansion in 1953 granted Baltimore to once again have an NFL franchise, and they revived the Colts name, into which we now know today as the Indianapolis Colts as of 1984. In the 100-plus years and over 17,000 games played, a team has only ran for a total of 400 yards just 4 times, most recently by Lamar Jackson and the Ravens just a couple years ago. However, with the NFL being a pass-happy league and the running backs' dwindling value over recent years, it looks like the Giants' record of 423 yards set 72 years ago just might make it to a full century and beyond.